We now, following Jasmine, is Jay Hero, founder of Hero Nation. Jay's journey began as a young artist, an aspiring superhero in the city of Detroit. His aspirations led him to found Hero Nation, where he teaches young people that the key to living an empowered life starts with discovering the hero within. So let's welcome Jay to the stage.
Good morning. There was once this creative little black boy with big dreams of saving the world. No, he didn't have super strength or heat vision, but that never stopped him from convincing everyone that he was Superman. After watching his favorite film, Superman the movie, he'd imagined himself joyfully flying in the air, soaking in the sun's gentle breeze without care or burden, smiling, his arms extended. Then he'd stand tall, hands to hip, soaking in the sun's gentle rays, standing next to a fan as his bright red cape billowed in its breeze. In this moment, he was unstoppable. He was the best version of himself, a hero. And he didn't know it at the time. As a young artist, his drawing books were full of colorful and interesting characters, mostly superheroes, from Spider-Man to this guy here. Being a hero wasn't just an idea for him, it was a way of being. As he grew older and the true nature of life became more apparent, the once brilliant light inside this black boy grew a little bit more distant. He began to feel that the world didn't love him. He felt that it hated him. He learned that his blackness exposed him to abuse and exploitation at the hands of a white supremacist patriarchal system. He learned that not everyone was kind or treated others with respect. He learned that life was harsh and hard and often unforgiving. And he learned that being gay put him at an even greater risk of harm, and that to some it was a clear objection of God's will. So he fell into depression, a deep, dark state of loneliness, and almost drowned in the shame of who he was. He was scared and unable to face his shadows. Eventually, the boy grew to the person that you see today, a proud, gay, black man. I'm still flawed, still vulnerable, but this time I have the courage to face my demons. For me, adulthood thus far has been about finding my way back to my light, and this is often a daily journey. On some days, I'm there, and just like as I did when I was a kid, I feel unstoppable. Then on other days, my light feels almost completely out of reach. But what gives me hope is that it never truly disappears. It's only my relationship with it that changes. I see my light as my potential, infinite and unwavering. And with it, I'm learning to become my own champion. My name is Jay Hero. I am the founder and executive director of Hero Nation. And I believe it is a part of my life's purpose to help others discover their inner hero too. At Hero Nation, we help kids discover their inner hero using video games, comic books, and superheroes. We sit on the intersection of nerd culture and social justice, serving as a bridge and a platform for young people to discover their voice and power. We exist to encourage kids and people like you to deeply examine the question, what does it mean to be a hero? The power that exists inside the depths of your mind, body, heart, and soul. A force, a voice, your truest self, the self that is whole, balanced, and complete. Your lightest parts and darkest shadows, a source of strength, love, hope, kindness, and will. The gentle whisper that during your darkest moments tells you to never give up, or the stern voice that compels you to speak out against injustice. That's why I founded Hero Nation. At the time, it was 2016, which was yet another trivial year if you were black. I remember the anxiety I felt concerning the safety of my family and others in the black community. I recall feeling powerless until I remembered I'm not. Like the time I went to my very first Black Lives Matter march, which was here in Ann Arbor. I was living in Ypsilanti at the time, and I occasionally taught art and after-school and summer programs for youth. And my lessons mostly consisted of the students drawing themselves as superheroes. For almost every student, this was a fun challenge, but I imagined that for some of the students, this may be the first time someone had asked them to draw themselves in an empowering way. So it helped when I introduced comic books and superheroes to engage their imaginations. The results were amazing. I traveled with the students to their imaginary worlds and witnessed intergalactic battles, colorful adventures, and unique heroic transformations. Then I had an idea. What if I can share this with the community and create an experience where everyone, especially Black and brown youth, can discover and celebrate their inner hero too? So I got to work, and I had a lot of help. And thanks to some friends, the Ypsilanti community, and a lot of people on Twitter, I raised around $4,000 to host the very first Hero Nation Comic-Con, which was at the Park Ridge Community Center in Ypsilanti. And honestly, y'all, I don't think anyone would come. I thought that maybe people would think it was lame, or maybe I didn't do enough to get the word out. But the event happened and came, and people were lined up outside the door, ready to get in. I couldn't believe it. But yes, free comic books, we had that. Free toys, we had that too. Free video games, we had that as well. We had it all, including around 30 wonderful vendors, over 100 attendees, and amazing volunteers. The event was a success. The following year, after raising $10,000 and in partnership with the Ypsilanti Community High School, I took around 150 youth to a private screening of Black Panther and hosted a free Black Panther event, which included African drum and dance performances, giveaways such as toys, Black comics, Black art, Black literature, and so much more. The success of the event even generated media attention. The kids loved it. 3 years later, Hero Nation is now a 501c3 nonprofit, which means we've accepted a greater level of responsibility to the community and youth we serve. Today, we are continuing to discover effective and exciting ways to embolden and educate youth. We're working to forge a movement that at its core centers you. You who are deserving of love and celebration. You who will overcome tremendous odds and trials. You, the champion. We're working to give power to a new generation of artists, leaders, innovators, and change makers, and to those who just simply want a liberated existence. And finally, we're working to ensure that the young people we serve have access to the tools they need to combat feelings of powerlessness, unworthiness, and depression, from using comic books and superheroes to combat youth illiteracy and boost self-esteem, using esports and video games to promote social-emotional learning and inspire young people to pursue STEAM-based careers. At Hero Nation, we're using nerd culture for the pursuit of a liberated future through art, creativity, and education. As I depart, I encourage you to take a journey within, to explore who you are at your core, your beliefs, and your values. I'm asking you to take a stand for something, for the hopes and dreams of our future, for the inner child in you who longs to feel empowered, for every child in the world who feels powerless, and for the creative little Black boy with big dreams of saving the world. Thank you.
Thanks,